Hey, it's Allyson Steinberg, your host, and I'm here just to welcome you to Estheticians in Business, the podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to Estheticians in Business, the podcast. And honestly, I am so excited you're here. I think I'm literally always excited you're here because you're listening to something I've put out. And I feel like that's so exciting because I don't know, for my creator girlies out there, or even if you just create something on your own and then like people are buying it or people are listening to it or being part of it, it is like nothing else. So thanks for being here. Seriously, I know I'm always going to be so grateful to have this platform. And so anyways, I'm super excited about this podcast because this podcast is going to be about Mother's Day. And if you are somebody who likes to do promotions, but you don't necessarily know how to do it, this is like a really great podcast to listen to, especially with Mother's Day coming around town. If you're listening to this when this airs, it is about a month out, little less than a month out from Mother's Day. So we're going to get into kind of how to do all of that. But before we get into that, I want to talk about something that's been on my heart lately. And I feel like something that has really, I probably talked about this like 100 times, but something that a lot of my students have told me about or have like feelings that they're having. And I don't know if it's like an industry wide thing. I know it sometimes happens with me too, but like the imposter syndrome of feeling like you're not supposed to be where you currently are, that you're not supposed to have this business you have. They're not supposed to be doing so as well as you are, or you're not supposed to like have the life you have. And I've had so many people talk to me about this because of the fact that we have social media, and social media, I love it. It's great. We need it. But I feel like it's just killing so much joy. And that's literally what, if you ever hear me talking about posting on Instagram or posting on Facebook, it's literally like post it and run away. Just like go. Because otherwise we can compare it. I mean, I've definitely had my mom be like, you didn't see that on Facebook? Like, no, I didn't see this because I legitimately do not get on social media to scroll. Sometimes I get stuck. I mean, sometimes TikToks get me, but I don't use TikTok for my business that much. And so it's really mainly just my Instagram and my Facebook that I feel like I have to just post and get off, because it is really can sometimes be like a super comparison, like joy stealer that I absolutely just don't want to do. So if you're somebody who's like struggling with being in the place where you feel like you're not qualified or you're not whatever, I want you to remember that you are actually in fact the expert to your clients. Maybe there is, I'm sure there's other estheticians out there that do know more than you. And those are the people you want to latch to. Like, you want to learn from them, but you don't want to compare yourself to them. And I think that's something you have to remember, that if you're constantly in a state of comparison, you're going to lose all creativity. And so I always talk about like using affirmations to like love yourself and remind yourself that you are a person that isn't wrapped up in like what other people are doing. Okay, so now that I'm, done with that, let's talk about Mother's Day. So there are a few things with what I'm about to talk about. So I actually created two different things for you guys. One I created, it's called the Mother's Day Moves. And I know it's clever, Mother's Day Moves. And basically it is a free like mini course I created that really just kind of breaks down exactly what you need to be doing for Mother's Day. It doesn't come with like templates or anything like that, but it's just like a mini course style. And then I created something called the promo playbook, which is essentially very similar to the Mother's Day promo or Mother's Day move, but has very much more comprehensive. I really get into like depth with things. There's videos, there's templates, there's images, there's calculators, there's things in there that you're able to get. Now, that one's not free, but it's like $8. So I'm sharing this with you because I'm going to be going over this playbook or, this Mother's Day moves. But if you want the actual physical version of them, go to my Instagram and you can go to the link in my bio and you'll be able to find it. So that way you can kind of follow along if you need to and just kind of like check it out. So because you guys shared with me like, hey, I need help for Mother's Day. What do I do? So I created this for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got my matcha already. I hope you can hear that. I feel like that's so satisfying, right? But anyways, got my matcha and I'm ready to go. I started using, I've never really used it before, but I'm started using Fairlife milk instead of like only like oat milk. I'm supposed to be like dairy freak, hashtag dairy intolerance. And it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. So if you guys have like a matcha latte that you'd like to make at home, please send it to your girl. But that's a side note, okay? Just like DM me that on Instagram, Estheticians in Business. Find me, get your Mother's Day moves, free mini course or the promo playbook, and send me a matcha latte recipe. It's gonna be good. All right, so let's start. When you are creating any kind of promotion, I don't care what the promotion is, there are some things you have to do first. And the first thing is I want you to get clear before you get creative. So you need to get clear with what your promotion is gonna be about. I need you to get clear on your goals. I need you to get clear on what promotion you're running. I need you to get clear of why you're doing it. And so these are some questions I want you to ask. First, I want you to ask why you are doing this promotion. Are you doing this promotion because you need to fill in some gaps in your calendar, you're having a slow month and you really just need people to come in again, or maybe you're trying to reward your clients, or maybe you have like a ton of retail that you overbought or you thought people were going to buy and then they didn't and you need to get rid of. Maybe you're just trying to like boost visibility. Like, what is the thing that you are trying to accomplish at the end of this promotion? Then I want you, once you define that, I want you to figure out what your comfy goal is. Okay. So what is that goal that like makes you happy and cozy and you're like, ooh, okay, I can do this. Is this easy peasy? Maybe it's literally just creating the promotion and you're like, high five yourself, clap yourself, pat yourself on the back, whatever. Side note to that, my daughter we'll be like, pat pats for mama or pat pats for dad? And she's like, pat pats. And then she pat. It's adorable. So maybe little pat pats for your back when you do a good job, okay? If you're a mother, you know that the things your kids do become your language. I just thought I'd share that with you. So pat pats. Anyways, what is your stretch goal? So what is that thing that kind of scares the crap out of you, but is definitely still tangible? So I want you to like consider maybe your comfortable goal is going to be one new booking. You're going to get one booking out of this. Maybe it's 5 bookings, okay? Maybe it is you're going to sell $500 in retail, but your stretch goal is you're going to sell $1,000 in retail. Or your stretch goal is that you're going to get 8 bookings. It kind of scares you, kind of like, but you can do it, okay? And then I want you to figure out like what kind of clients are you trying to attract. So when you are talking to the people that whether you want them to book, whether you're trying to fill in gaps, whether you're trying to get new memberships or you're trying to sell retail, are you trying to get clients that are already loyal to you and that love you, or are you trying to get ones that are just coming in for this service? Like, what is that? And what is the result that you want for Mother's Day? So what is that thing you're like, you know what? This is what I want. This is going to help me. This is what I need. And I think it really is based off of who you are and what your needs are. Okay. So after you do that, now we're going to have to build your offer, because now we know why we're building your offer. Let's go ahead and build your offer. Now, when you're talking about building your offer, you have to define what we're accomplishing. Okay. So just what we talked about, what is it? Step 1 is determining, are we getting bookings? Are we making sales? Are we getting memberships? Or are we getting gift cards? You can do multiple if you want, but I've definitely kind of tried to keep it as simple as possible. Okay. Once you define that, now we're going to talk about making like a super irresistible offer. So something that is kind of catchy and fun when you're naming, I think is really cool, because if you come up with something that is like something you can put out year after year after year, like for instance, this Mother's Day move thing, I'm only going to share right now. And then like next year, I'll be sharing the same thing again. So I know that like every single year I can kind of repeat this, because the Mother's Day move mini course blew up and the promo playbook blew up. So I know that it's something that you guys want time after time. So basically you create something that's fun, create something that has like maybe a limited time, some urgency, that year after year you can repeat the process. So sometimes you only have to go create these promotions one time, and then year after year you can do it again. Okay. So we're naming it something fun that is really like is for mainly, Mother's Day. So some offer types could be like the Mom Glow treatment, buy 2 facials, get 1 for mom for free. And then after that, we're going to price it to sell. Now in the promo playbook, I walk you through exactly how to price your promotions. But in a nutshell, the formula is cost of goods, so how much it costs to create your service, and then how much you pay yourself. So if you don't know how to do that, I want you to link in my bio on Instagram and go to pricing services and learn how to price yourself. Then you're going to do the profit margin. So like how much profit do you want to make? And then that's going to be your base price. Okay. After you have created that whole thing, then I want you to figure out the terms and kind of the policies. So the start and end date, how long can they, use it? Is it transferable? Can they book it past Mother's Day as long as they've already purchased it? Like, what are those things to make sure that everybody knows what it is? All right. Now let's talk about prep and getting ready to sell. So when you are doing any promotion, you have to define like the different things in your business that are going to help you sell it. Okay. Because you can't just be like, hey, I'm selling these gift cards, go. No, you're going to be like me and have one person buy your gift card and be like, thank you so much. If I had prepared like remotely the first year I ever did it, maybe I would have sold more. But after that, I was good. But anyways, just so you know, your girl struggled a lot. I think that's why I'm like always willing to help, because it was hard out there. It's hard out there in the solo esthetician streets. It's hard. It's pretty and we're covered in sunscreen, but it is hard out there. So, matcha latte drink, and we're back. Okay, so we have to decide, or we have to figure out where we are creating our stuff, like, so we can be prepared for it. So do you need to create the offer on the booking site? And I want you guys to remember that you don't want to have like a bunch of stuff that people can buy. You want to have it super simplified. So like, are you having just one offer that's like the mom glow treatment? Create a separate offer on your website. Create a separate offer. Okay, hear me out. Create a separate offer on your website that you can link it directly to. All right. If you're going to do gift cards, how are you going to do them? Are you going to create them and then just be digital? Are they going to be able to email, or are you going to have them printed off in like cute little, envelopes? And are you going to have them numbered? Like how are you going to do it? Okay. Are you creating a landing page so that you can funnel everybody to the same place, and then they can click directly to the booking site or to the like gift card links? Because you don't want to just be like, oh, the information's on my booking site. You're asking people to get lost. So don't do that. All right. And then you also need to like change your Instagram link in your bio to go to your booking site. Like, you want to make sure that it is seamless, like very seamless. Okay. I'm not going to do it right now, but in the Mother's Day moves and the promo playbook, I break down how to create offers on Vagaro, Gloss Genius, and Square. So it breaks that down for you. And then let's talk about make sure your gift cards are foolproof, and like outline if they will get one in person or if they will get one that's emailable. And then you also want to make sure that all your booking links, your gift card links, your promo details, the facts, everything like that is done, so people don't have to ask you questions. In the promo playbook, I talk about literally, I break it down and I show you how to create a landing page for free on Canva, and I teach you how to use a Google form to connect to it and stuff like that. But basically, I teach you how you can create different links on a landing page so that you can send somebody to that URL, and that URL will have different links in it so that people can go to where they need to go, but you only have one link you have to send out to people, so it's not overwhelming. Okay. And then step 4, we're going to want to create some type of flyer to post around your local coffee shops, your hairstyles boutiques, really get connected with your businesses. So now we're all ready to prep. You're all ready to go. And if you are somebody who bought the promo playbook, you have templates of all those things. So don't worry, it's not something you really have to super create, because I've already kind of created it for you. But after that, now we're at the place where we actually need to promote. So the thing is, what I realized with promotions is a lot of people don't actually talk about their promotions outside of, say, social media or just like an email. You want to talk about your promotion a lot. Like, what are you doing and how many people can you tell about it? Multiple times. Okay, so first, when we are promoting, we have to know who we're promoting to. Now, we obviously know what we're trying to sell, something for mom, right? So you want to make sure that you know who you're promoting to. Are you promoting to loyal clients that have mothers or aunts or sisters? Are you promoting to get new clients in? Or are you promoting to people's partners, kids, to buy something for mom? Like, who are you actually promoting to? Because that's going to help you understand where you need to actually promote to, like where you actually need to market your business. So here are some ways that you can market. So we have got Instagram, and that's where you're going to talk about in your feeds, your highlights, your stories, your reels, your DMs. Like, you're really going to get in there and talk to people about it. We're going to talk about it. You can talk about it in email. So if you have like email, so like Vagaro, I know, because I used to use Vagaro when I was in the treatment room. You were able to send out, emails all the time. You could schedule them, stuff like that. But if, say, you don't have that and you don't have like a payment operating system, I would recommend doing MailChimp. Flowdesk is good. I use ConvertKit. It's really awesome just to get like information out there, especially if you're trying to collect emails as well while you're doing this. Text marketing, in spa marketing, so making sure that you have like signage in there. You're communicating with people like, hey, next month is Mother's Day. I've got this going on. I'm going to have a promotion from this day to this day. So make sure you get on that. And maybe you're sending home with them with a postcard that you made at your house and you print it off, and then making sure that you're talking about it on Facebook. So talking about it in local groups, business pages. If you are my student, you know that you are in Facebook groups. So get in those Facebook groups and on those business days, or the friends that you have that are in there. And when someone's like, what are we doing for Mother's Day? Your clients are going to tag you, be like, oh my gosh, so-and-so spa is doing this. So get in those Facebook groups, okay? Then local businesses in person are really good. So like going to different coffee shops and putting up flyers of what you're doing. Even if it's just one, you take 10 flyers, okay? This could be a comfortable win for you. If you take 3 flyers and go to a coffee shop, a hairstylist, and a nail salon. Nail salons are always nice because they're easy, okay? Or you could go to a Bass Pro shop. And that's where men are, right? I'm trying to think where men are. I love Bass Pro. So I'm trying to think where else. I don't know. Go to like a hardware store or like a car shop. Typically where you would get the majority be men. Flyers like, hey, if you need help with what to get your wife, this is it. Okay. These are the things that you need to be doing. All right. And so making sure that you're talking about it. If you're in a networking group, talking about it at like as much as you possibly can and really getting in on the conversations. Okay. Now in the Mother's Day moves and the promo playbook, I literally break down exactly how to do it and when to do it. So I would definitely recommend you like look at that because it's like, day 1, do this, stuff like that. And here the reality is people buy when they feel a connection to you, not when they just see like a pretty graphic. So if you're overwhelmed with like what to post or stuff like that, just understand like people are wanted that emotion and that they love you and they want to know what you're doing. Okay. Now we are ready to promote. It is out there. Okay. We're starting to push it out there. And now this is when we need to push some urgency. We need to talk about it. There are certain words you're going to want to sprinkle in when you have a conversation with somebody or when you DM somebody or when you're in like conversation, like a reel or a story. It needs to be like, I only have X amount of spots. And obviously we're going to be truthful, right? When you have to do X amount of spots or you have like a don't miss this, it's only open for this day to this day, depending on what it is. And you want to make it as personal as possible. So you don't want to be like very general, like ladies out there or men out there, like you want to make sure you are saying like you speaking to someone. And the thing is, what you could always do as far as like the marketing side of things was something I used to do really fun that was for my retail was when I had a lot of retail and it was Mother's Day, I would actually ask the women in my spa to ask him like, do you want me to reach out to your husband? Or do you want me to reach out, to your kid or whomever about this? Package I've got or this gift card I've got. Like, do you want me to do that? And a lot of them would be like, absolutely, yes. Others would be like, no, I already told him. And I'd be like, do you want me to follow up? And that's the thing is that would be like they already know you, right? So why wouldn't they want to buy from you? Okay. Now there are also other things that you can get them to be like, for them to tell you what you want them to tell you. So say, for instance, you are somebody who's like, I want to send out that landing page I've created that is going to walk them through what I want them to do to either book a facial or a service or buy a gift card, or maybe I just want them on my VIP wait list for this if I'm doing this ahead of time. You can use DM automation. You can always have people like comment like mom or like send them, bouquet of flowers for them to send you a gift card link. You always want to make sure that you're like in getting people to actually engage for what you want, okay? And now you also want to highlight the benefits of what's in it for them. And this is for any promotion, but you can absolutely, with Mother's Day, make it fun. Like you could always do like relaxation or the nap that your mom really, really needs, glowing skin, time away, wind down and facials, lashes equals more time in the morning, whatever it is. You just want to make sure that you are trying to connect with the person who is purchasing. And honestly, I love the idea of reaching out to the partner or to like the child or something that for Mother's Day. I know that sometimes if my massage therapist would ever reach out to like Jesse and be like, hey, Allyson wants a facial or a massage, he'd be like, okay. So like make sure, because they want easy. Men want easy, right? So everybody wants easy. So just, you can always do that and encourage them too. All right. And then I put on here, like I have like a little note. This is, if you're shy about being too salesy, remember it's about serving your clients. Yes, we want the money. Absolutely 100%. We want the money, but we're actually out here serving our clients. So we're out here trying to get our clients to come in so they can relax, because a lot of the times this is the only time that our clients get to be alone. And you know what you could always do too? And this is a side note, maybe a different promotion you run. But I was actually talking to another esthetician that around COVID, she did like skincare kits. And I was like, why don't you bring that back? There's probably, people out there that would buy them quarterly because they don't have time or they can't, or they're new moms or something, they can't come in. What if that was an option? What if that's an option for you? What if you have, I don't know, if you live in like a military town, how fun would that be if you created skincare kits that your clients could buy for their moms and send it to them? Like, how fun would that be? That maybe came with a consultation so that you could teach them how to use everything that's in the package. Like, what could you do to really help with that? And you might be like, we only have like 3 weeks left until Mother's Day. That's okay. You have time. You just have to move it now. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next time, is maximizing your promotion. So let's talk about the ways you can actually maximize your promotion. And I want you to remember, it's like the little things that you do. It's the experience. It's the bonus touches. Maybe you're giving like a free lip scrub, a massage, some tea, aromatherapy outside of whatever promotion you're running. It's the things that are going to make people want to thank you and refer you and remember you. So I want you to think of like, maybe you include like a little cute bag or a thank you card or something like that. But like, the thing is that you guys want to remember is maximizing your promotions at any capacity, whether they are new clients or old clients, is to ensure that you remember that you need to rebook them on the spot. Pre-booking is so imperative. Rebook them on the spot, making sure that you're getting before and afters, making sure that you're asking them for a testimony or a review right after the service. You can always send them a link via text or email. Like, one thing I actually wrote in here is like, share stories where it says like, another mama treated herself today, something like that, to maximize how like your promotion, all the work you've done. Okay. And then lastly is I want you to think about like your debrief, essentially. How many bookings came in? What platform did the best? Did you hit your goals? Did you not hit your goals? What percentage of people rebooked? How many gift cards did you sell? Like, what would you change, but what would you also keep the same? I think that's the thing you have to remember, is that you absolutely can figure out what worked and what didn't work so you can repeat or not repeat. Okay, so when you're looking at any promotion you've ever done, what did you like and what didn't you like? Did you talk to your clients? Did you not talk to your clients? Did you get the word out there? Did you not get the word out there? Like, what did that look like for you? And write that down, like debrief. There's no issue with figuring out like why something didn't go well. I can tell you right now, as a business coach, when I first started launching things, I'm like, okay, what went well and what didn't go well with this? And I started kind of testing whether my sales pages were longer, my sales pages were shorter, it was to the point, or it was kind of extended, how I talked about it via email or via Instagram, like what that looked like. And I think a lot of it in our first year of business is that we want to get our businesses to be super aggressively thriving. And yes, why wouldn't we? But you also have to remember, unless you've ran multiple businesses before, you really don't know what you're doing. So you have to figure out what you're doing by trial and error. And so this breakdown of like the Mother's Day moves is something that you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to be bad at, and then you're going to have to get better at it. But every single time you do it, it's going to get better. But you have to do it to get better. And I think that's what you have to remember. Well, I know that's what you have to remember, is that it's okay to suck. And I actually made a post, like a reel about this, I would say a few weeks ago. And I said, I could always tell if an esthetician is going to make it in this industry for, more than a few months, if they're willing to suck. So you have to ask yourself, like, are you personally willing to suck? Are you willing to be really bad, to be nervous, to make bad decisions? Because that's really what people do when they're entrepreneurs. They kind of try different things. They feel if it works. They obviously use some type of like, intuition, that feeling, some type of like proof that something's going to work or not. But they give it a go. They try. And so it's okay if you're somebody who doesn't ever want to do promotions. You're like, you know what? That's just not my thing. Or maybe you're a once a year and you're like, I want to do Black Friday. Or maybe that overwhelms you and you don't want to do Black Friday. That's okay. You don't have to. But if you do choose to do promotions, this is so fun. I can tell you, before I had memberships, I did promotions like this and I really loved it. And then after I had a membership, I really just focused on my members and I focused on growing my membership. And that was my growth tactic, is what I did constantly. And I absolutely loved having my membership because I got to see the same people all the time and it was really fun. But anyways, when it comes down to your promotion, whether you're doing a Mother's Day promotion or you're doing a Memorial Day or a customer satisfaction, or there's a girl I follow who does C Day, which is her birthday, and she always does a big promotion on her birthday. And so I just encourage you to do something that makes you happy and that gets you in the place you want to get. want to get to. So anyways, if this was really helpful to you guys, I would love it if you like gave me some 5 stars, commented something that you loved, and shared this podcast with other solo estheticians out there. Please, if you share on your Instagram stories, to screenshot it and tag me in it so that I can see it and I can celebrate. And I do giveaways all the time for free coaching because you guys know I'm out here trying to help you win. So do that and you'll get entered. But anyways, I will see you guys next week, and thanks for listening.